Corey, get in. Get in, Corey. Get in, Corey.
What are we doing today?
Don't worry about it. Are you so excited?
You're the actual worst.
So excited. Right?
Yeah. Last time she kidnapped me to do this.
What did you discover?
There are 294 stairs from here to the top. In case you're wondering.
You're gonna do round 3 right now.
Round 3!
Which is already where you were at last time.
I'm going for 5.
Woohoo!
That's my point.
I'm so proud of that woman right there.
She made me hurt for the rest. I can't just stare at this anymore. I have to eat some of it.
Yeah, eat it. You're done. Now that we are done running stairs and took showers and smell better, we're gonna sit down and talk with y'all. First up, we are gonna be munching on these little bowls that I made. They are smoothie bowls, which unfortunately all the toppings sank into them.
But
so
it was really pretty.
it was pretty until it sank like Titanic. Just berries, chocolate protein powder, and almond milk blended into a smoothie, and then on top of it was bananas, strawberries, cinnamon, PB2 peanut butter powder,
The best.
and almonds. So, and chocolate chips. Yeah. This is my beautiful, wonderful mermaid hair wearing, touting, beautiful, amazing, awesomeness. I'm gonna say beautiful one more time. Friend Corey, yay! She is sitting down with me today because she's fantastical and she has amazing things to say and amazing things that she has done with her life that I want to bring to my channel for you all to hear. This is a fitness blog, so we're gonna be talking about a lot of the working out and whatnot that you've done in the past year. But if you'd like to tell people at home what it is you do for work, what it is you do as a person, a human being on this planet, that'd be great.
Hello. I work at a cupcake shop. I frost cupcakes and make coffee. Try to keep my hot mess of a friend together over here. I work early in the morning, which is actually kind of cool because then I'm off in the afternoon and I can do other fun stuff because I'm an actor and that requires a lot of time. I have a channel on YouTube, on the YouTubes.
I will put a link to her channel below if you want to go watch it.
It is woefully not been updated in a while. But I do music and I do like movie reviews and comic book reviews and stuff like that because I like the comics and the movies and the stuff.
We're still gonna get really, really drunk and watch.
We're gonna get really drunk and watch Suicide Squad because I have a lot of feelings about that, and I haven't even seen it yet, but Kelsey knows me well enough to know that I'll be pissed. A lot of margaritas and then break the television.
So if it is okay with you, I would love to display a picture of you a year ago.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that fine?
Yeah.
Okay. So first of all, if you are a coach, a trainer, or any person out there who's gone through a weight loss transformation, if somebody posts your progress pictures without asking for your permission, they are a D-bag and you need to slap them.
And then light them on fire.
That is seriously not okay. I had a coach for bikini competitions and luckily he did not use my picture, but he was notorious for girls would send in progress pictures of their glutes, of their booties, and he would post them on Instagram for everyone to see. It's a huge invasion of privacy, and not only that, but sometimes a fitness journey and a weight loss journey is a really personal thing, so to post a picture of somebody without their expressed consent is just not okay.
And that goes for any pictures. That goes for cosplay pictures, that goes for headshots. If anyone ever takes a photograph of you, they need your express permission to do anything with it. Technically, they need it to also take the picture in the first place. So just be cautious.
Corey is a beautiful human being. I've known her for, what, 7 years now? Is that how old we are?
Yeah.
College. And she is beautiful no matter what point of her life, but what I want you to kind of talk about is there was a change all of a sudden that you felt that you just knew you had to do something. Can you talk a little bit more about what got you started?
Well, I was feeling, sorry, I have almonds in my mouth. It's just really good and hard.
These bowls are maybe not the best idea.
Really hard to stop eating. Well, they'd be really good frozen.
Ooh.
And made into like ice cream.
I'll do that next time.
Yeah. I was generally feeling kind of gross and my anxiety had gotten really bad. To start with, weight loss is not a thing that was my like main goal. It was a sort of like tertiary goal. I wanted to have a lung capacity that was as good as or better than before I started smoking at college. I was in A Midsummer Night's Dream and it was really physically demanding, like climbing trees and jumping over creeks and shit, like climbing up rocks, and I wanted to be able to do that, and I knew that I couldn't the way that I was, and I knew that I had made a lot of really unhealthy habits. If you were an overachiever kid, you know that self-care isn't always something you know about. Self-care is wicked important, y'all.
For your sanity.
For your sanity, and then later for your actual health, because if you are anxious and stressed out and depressed, that's going to manifest inside your body in unhealthy ways, and that's not great. And it doesn't feel great, and it's hard to maintain. It's hard to maintain that way.
Let's see. Corey started coming over to my apartment about a year ago, and she told me I really want to learn to cook food.
Yeah.
Or I just really want to get in shape. So we just started with learning some fun things, getting into the weight room downstairs, and just trying out some workouts. And I remember it being really, really hard.
Really, really hard. I couldn't do a burpee.
Hard.
I mean, I could, but like 2 or 3 made me want to yak, so.
So Corey started setting goals for herself, and in the last video we talked about goal setting. So tell us a little bit about how you got started in terms of the goals that you set.
Okay. Well, I started with yoga, and I didn't mean to start with yoga because I really hated yoga a lot. And then I was in a play with a friend who was like, I think you just didn't have a very good teacher and maybe you had a bad experience. And I was like, all right, I will give it another try because I trust you. And then she pointed me to yoga with Adrienne, and I'm gonna try to convince Kelsey to put her link in the thingy deal down below because she's incredible. So I started with yoga with Adrienne, and I did her like 30-day challenge, because if it's a game or a challenge or something, I'm like there for it. And I realized that I really loved yoga. I had just had bad teachers and bad experiences with it, which is not to say that everybody will love it. That's not everybody's bag, but it's mine. And then that got me wanting to do like more cardio stuff, but I hated running. So I was doing like dance cardio stuff in my apartment because I hate gyms, because I find a lot of sexist bullshit at the gym does not appeal to me a lot in my past experiences. Which is why it's great having her, because she's around to like help me, empower me to like know how to use the weight room without any of the condescending bullshit of, hey pretty little lady, I can help you get skinny, which makes me want to light the world on fire. So I was doing that, and then something happened that made me really upset with a dear friend of mine. I had nowhere for all of that really toxic energy to go. So I went for a run, because in the past, beating something up or running it out usually helps. Because I had been doing all that groundwork of flexibility and endurance and like cardio in my house, I ran for an hour. That was like mind-boggling to me, and like flipped a switch that in my head said, well, how far can I go? I just wanted to see how far I could go before I couldn't anymore. As far as like weight goals, I didn't really have like a solid one. So my goal was to actually be the weight that I've been lying about being for a while. When it happened, it was really exciting. And this bitch took me out to dinner, we got all fancy, we had like a celebration about it. It's really nice to have friends that are there to help you celebrate when you crush a goal.
Corey started with, how much yoga can I get through in a day? 20 minutes. I'm going to try to get through 30 minutes. I'm going to try to get through this video. And then when she started running, it was, I'm just going to go for 10 minutes. I'm just going to go for 20. And just set attainable goals that were within her reach, but were still a challenge to what she has done before. And you also kind of did that with your cooking, which I really want her to talk about, because Corey is an unbelievable chef. She's really good.
I just like to eat.
And who doesn't? I remember talking to her a year ago and she was saying how she maybe wanted to go to culinary school.
I still want
I will tell you right now that 80% of the weight loss game is nutrition. It really is. Tell us a little bit about the small changes or the things that you started to do going from like maybe cooking with a pound of butter like Paula Bean to
I make my own butter. I love to cook things that are wholesome and hearty and delicious. I will still cook with butter or with like regular flour, but that's sort of like a once in a while thing. I've learned, she actually was really helpful when she was going through her bikini competition stuff, like recipes and stuff for things you can sub in and out. And it's remarkable what you can do, just cleaner and less. Yeah, less processed, definitely. You always want to go for the least processed thing. Something that I changed was not really like right away what I was eating, but how much of it. And like how fast you eat. Because if you eat really fast, you can put more in your gut before it realizes it's full. And if you eat the actual portion size slowly, enjoying it, tasting it, getting to savor what you've made or gotten, your body will know, hey, you should probably stop. I started doing this thing which is probably obnoxious to the waiters, but I order my food and immediately a box and cut my meal in half because the food you order at a restaurant is enormous.
And for those out there that think that you can't eat healthy while still staying on a budget, did you find that you were spending more money, the same, or less money by doing that?
Less.
Less.
So much less.
See?
So much less. But I spent less because if you go to, say, Trader Joe's, which is where I shop, love the TJs. Stay away from the cookie section because they're all really, really good.
I was 3 weeks out for my bikini show.
Oh, she blacked out.
I don't know what happened. I don't know who I became. All I know is I was so deprived. And I went to Trader Joe's to get my sweet potatoes, my chicken, and my veggies. And then I walked near the cookies section, and the next thing I know, I woke up and I was on my couch halfway through the cookie bag.
Looking like a Snorlax.
Just looking like a Snorlax, covered in crumbs, and I'm like, I think I just ate 1,300 calories of cookies. Do I even tell my coach? Oh my God, what did I just do?
But if you go there, my biggest piece of advice is have a list. Because if I go shopping without a list, I leave with all kinds of weird shit that I don't even need. You're gonna make sweet potato chips and like little chicken sliders or something. You get the ingredients for that and it comes to 20 bucks. And then you have chicken sliders and sweet potato fries, which is delicious, for the whole rest of the week. And that's 20 bucks for the whole week. That's nothing.
As opposed to $20 for one dinner.
I've saved a lot of money doing that. I'm so fucking
You
good.
made a comment once, and you don't have to talk about this if you're not comfortable with it, but a lot of the times exercise can be therapeutic for people with anxiety, depression, any sort of emotional distress that they feel within their bodies. They can use exercise as an outlet. One day I was talking to you and you said something along the lines of, I started having an anxiety attack, or I felt my anxiety coming and I just had to go on a run. And now that you were saying that essentially how you used to feel before, you didn't know how to get over it, and now you're starting to feel like you had a grasp of it a little bit better.
I used to not be able to tell when a really bad anxious episode was going to start, or when I would suddenly become very depressed and not know where it had come from or why. And now I am getting a lot better at recognizing it before it happens. Exercising, while it is dangerous to rely on it as self-medication to the point of becoming unhealthy, which I've seen, it can be an incredible self-medicator for your brain. When I am feeling really upset or anxious and I have no idea where it's coming from, there are two things I will do. I will either power clean my apartment because it's really satisfying and it offers me instant gratification to see something that my hands have done. Or I will go for a run, and I'll go for a really hard run, and usually it's not a very long run, but it's like physically demanding. I used to think the runner's high was bullshit, by the way. It's not. It is real. If my main, like, primitive mind is focused on keeping one foot going in front of the other, that frees up the other parts of my mind to untangle the knot of string that I get in my head. I'm able to calm my brain down, which is incredibly helpful for solving a problem, because if you're in a panic, like you can't suss out what's wrong. Even if it doesn't solve the immediate problem, it puts me in a position to be able to over time solve whatever is feeling gross. And sometimes there's nothing. If you have depression, you know that there is very often no reason at all. Start having all these toxic thoughts, which is something that I still actively am trying to get rid of. Like, you can't ever really get rid of them, but you can try to squash them as they come up, like whack-a-mole. It's a great way to go through it, because you can't get over it, and you can't make it stop, but you can get through it.
She's so beautiful.
Oh, that's another great thing, just really quickly, for your mental health, is achieving goals is really, 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 really helpful.
That's what we're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
I remember at one point Corey, out of the blue, called me and was like, I want to run a half marathon.
Yeah!
I want to run a half marathon.
That was last June. When you ran it. When she ran it last June, I said, I want to be able to do that.
There we go. She's like, I'm going to do that. And I was like, do it.
And I did it in 2 hours and 40 minutes. What?
But yeah, how does crushing one of your goals feel? How does setting attainable goals and crushing them help you with your fitness journey?
Celebrating, allowing yourself to relish the moments of victory and allowing yourself to accept the moments of defeat is very important.
Yes.
I, as a child, was really good at everything right away. As an adult, things have obviously, nobody's perfect at everything right away. And so that got me really discouraged, particularly in high school and college. So shifting my thought process to, this is something that Yoga with Adrienne, she says it all the time. This is not available to me today. Is way better than saying, I can't do this right now. That allows for failure, and that allows for something to reach for next time. And then when you do get to your goal, it's so gratifying that you've achieved what you went out to achieve, even though there were times when you thought, I can't do this. And to celebrate that and to have someone who you can talk to about it or hold yourself accountable with, which I need, they're gonna be happy for you. And that makes you happy for you. And that makes you wanna do something else new.
And I think that's incredibly important to have that friend or have that support system where you can be like, I did this today. I think I get like weekly text from Corey for a while there where it was like, I'm able to do bird dog now, or I'm able to do downward dog and actually hold it for more than 30 seconds. Like,
downward dog is best.
Yeah, there's maybe people out there that can hold it for 5 minutes, but that was the first time she's ever done it for 30. I mean, I know you can hold it longer than that now, probably. Yeah. But it's exciting, and being the person that she trusts to text and say that she's accomplished something like that, and it's just amazing. It's out of this world to know that somebody trusts you and is excited in that journey enough to share it with you. To see her go from saying I want to do a half marathon to actually watching her cross the finish line, like, I cried, she didn't, I cried. I'm like, she did, it was finished. Like, jumping, and I'm so excited, and she just looks like death because she just wants to be done, and then she crossed the finish line, and I'm like, Mom, and I want to take 1,000 pictures, and I'm crying, and she's just like, food.
Yeah, I destroyed a plate of nachos after that.
Give me food.
But like, people will come out of the woodwork who are finding what you're doing amazing to them, and then they will be like, I want to do that with you, or I'm proud of you and I can't believe you did that. That means I can do that. Because I was like, what, 236 pounds?
Yes.
Really inactive.
The first time we did stairs together, like you guys saw at the beginning of this video, I want to say that you did.
I did 3 sets of them.
3. And
I almost threw up. I used the handrail almost all the way up, every single one of them. She was training for her firefighter certificate, so she did 6, and she did 3 of them with a weight vest on.
I did.
Yeah. But this time I did 6, and when I got to the bottom, I was like, I could probably do another one.
And never touching the handrail.
I never touched the handrail, except on the way down, because my balance isn't for shit, and I have the depth perception of a horse. I've lost, what, like almost 70 pounds?
70 pounds.
I've lost almost 70 pounds, and I'm like teetering between 165 and 170 right now.
One thing that we haven't done yet that we still need to do is have you hold a 70-pound dumbbell and squat it. Which, if any of you out there have gone through a transformative weight loss journey, one thing that's really rewarding to do once you've lost a certain amount of weight, even if it's 10 pounds, whatever it is, pick up the dumbbell, pick up the amount of weight that you've lost and just hold it on your body and try to get through a workout. You will.
I'm trying to imagine something. I can probably do squats, but I don't think I could do literally any other exercise with 70 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, you will be amazed. And that's something that I wish that other trainers would understand. And you as a client starting out your fitness journey, if you have a client that is insensitive to your weight loss and what you're going through, you need to find a new trainer, because many new trainers, many young trainers who have not been in the career field long have the I look really good so I can make you look really good mentality.
That's gross.
And that's, yeah, it's gross, but it's also wrong. If you've always been in shape and you've always been athletic and you've never had that amount of weight onto your body, you don't know what that person's going through. You don't know what it's like to have an extra 70 pounds on your body, or 20 or 100 or whatever it is that client has to lose. You don't know what it's like.
Always remember, your journey is different than somebody else's journey. You cannot compare your journey with somebody else's journey, ever, because that will make you so crazy and discouraged. I'm gonna say something that's gonna make you uncomfortable. This is one of the most beautiful people I've ever seen up close. And being the fat friend when your friend looks like this, if that is how you think, you will make yourself insane. Which is why it's so great to have a really supportive friend, because instead of feeling like I'm the fat friend, I just feel proud of her, because I know that she feels proud of me. And I have never once seriously entertained the thought that I should compare myself to Kelsey, ever, because that would be stupid.
I compare myself to her all the time because I can't get my hair to do it herself.
Well, I mean,
I just do the redneck bandana and throw it all up because it's full of sweat and I don't care.
I mean, it is hard to compare yourself to an actual real life mermaid, but I found what was most helpful as far as weight loss is concerned was to not think about it in the terms of pounds. I was upset being a size 16 because of reasons that have to do with the patriarchy and the media that I can't get into right now because I will actually rant at you for that now. Clothing made for plus size people is a fucking joke. And I didn't feel cute or good in any of the things that I was wearing. Always be the fat.
And there's this concept that I think a lot of women get in particular, which is absolutely bull, that I used to have and I don't have anymore, of, well, if I don't look this way, then no guy will ever pay attention to me, which is, I think, the media rant that Corey was talking about at one point. I think one of the most beautiful parts of this entire weight loss journey with Corey is, you know, for her it was always, I want to do Kung Fu, I want to do yoga, I want to run. And I was so proud that she chose such healthy goals. But then to come home and she has this beautiful man that she's been with for 5 years now.
I love him quite a lot.
Who's quite phenomenal. And I remember Adrienne just looking at her and going, please don't lose too much weight. Because he loves her curves. He loves her for her and who she is and what she's done and the person that she's become in their relationship. And for him, that wasn't important. To him, it was whatever makes you happy, do it. It's nothing that he asked her to do. It's nothing that he told her he wanted. In fact, he thought she was sexy when she started.
He loves my tummy.
That is so incredibly important to know that you are not changing for someone else.
Don't change for anybody.
You're doing something to challenge yourself.
Any person, however you orient, however you identify, like, you already don't have any interest in anyone ever. That's completely legitimate and fine, but just make sure that even if it's not a romantic thing, don't change for anybody, ever. It's always gotta be for you, or else it won't stick and it won't feel as good.
If you are with somebody and you start really investing into self-care and you truly feel happy, and your partner, whoever that person may be,
if they are
starts
anything
pulling
but
you
proud,
down, if they're anything but proud, that might not be the healthiest relationship for you. If you're doing something that you've always wanted to do and you're crushing goals and you're excited, and again, you want to tell somebody, I ran 10 miles for the first time, I squatted 250 pounds, I did these things that I've never done before, your partner should be somebody that you can turn to and say, I did these things, and they go, oh my God, that's amazing, instead of, Wow, thanks. I feel like crap now because I didn't do that.
I think the first time I did that, Adrienne was like, you ran to the U district? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, that's so far.
Last-ish question. What are some of your favorite recipes?
Oh,
favorite food?
I didn't know about sweet potatoes. Nobody had told me about them. Here's the thing is I can't really eat regular potatoes now. Which is like, like part of me is like, oh. But the other part of me is like, why would you eat regular potatoes when they're sweet potatoes? You can like fry them up in coconut oil, or you can bake them in the oven into chips, or you can mash them into mashed potatoes, or you can make them into soup. They're so good.
It makes me really happy that my best friend sends me food porn every day.
Every
It's
day.
like, oh, that looks good. Look what I'm doing.
I cook
like
a lot.
smoothie bowls.
This is delicious.
By the way, this girl works for Cupcake Royale, and during prep, when I couldn't eat anything, she's like running the Cupcake Royale Snapchat of, look at this beautiful donut. Look how sexy this beautiful, beautiful cupcake can be. Look at this sexy cupcake. I'm like, oh, I have to unfollow you.
Just because I make a lot of, I'm telling you this also, just because I make a lot of really healthy choices at home food-wise, we have a cupcake called the Blueberry Brown Betty. And it can go straight to hell. It has this frosting that is a brown sugar cream cheese frosting. And every single day I tell myself that I won't. And then I eat 2 or 3 big spoonfuls of it.
If you're somebody who went through eating fast food every day or takeout every day, down to I eat 4 to 5 healthy meals a day and an occasional spoonful of frosting. Balance, people. It is okay to not kill yourself over it.
I am certain that when this cupcake is gone, I will lose 5 pounds. Because I stopped eating so much processed sugar.
Fetal position.
I eat like honey or stevia or like agave nectar now instead. But favorite recipes, I made elk sliders.
Oh my god, they were so good.
I whole wheat hamburger buns from Trader Joe's, ones that are like this big. I got some elk meat from an actual place called Farmer George's. Instead of using like breadcrumbs or whatever as filler, I used rolled oats. And I sauteed up onions to put in it. And I used an egg to bind it all. And I just rolled it all up. And I made 8 little patties because there are 8 little buns. Then every night I just cut up some sweet potato and baked it off in the oven to make fries. And I made a sauce out of non-fat yogurt and spices. And then I put it all together, and it was fucking delicious.
It was amazing.
I grilled it off in coconut oil because it can stand a higher heat and doesn't turn all weird and bad. And then it was like it looked like something you got at a restaurant. And it was filling, and it was nutritious. It didn't leave you like unsatisfied.
And for those looking for leaner options, elk is actually a really lean meat, which is great.
It tastes like if beef really got its act together. It is the Mycroft Holmes like level of sophisticated.
Because we can't make it through a video without nerd reference.
Where like regular beef is like the heroin addicted Sherlock.
Ooh, that's good.
I made lemon and rosemary chicken. Really into riced cauliflower Alfredo sauce.
I use cauliflower riced to make shrimp fried rice, which I'll do in a video in the future.
Can I come over for
that? We will do it together.
Fried rice.
Yeah. I'm gonna head towards wrapping up this video because I don't want it to be super long because we talk a lot. This is why our afternoons go by oh so fast. Is there anything else you would like to say or ask or state?
Do whatever you're going to do for you. This sounds so cliche. It is really not about how you look. It is not about what size pants you're in. It is not about what the number on the scale is. It is about how you feel, and it is about how you want to accomplish the things you want to accomplish.
I'm just so proud.
Sometimes I am really, really pissed and I can't do anything and running isn't helping and I'm mad and it's not going away, and I can call her and say, I need you to hurt me. And she's like, cool, come to the gym. Like, it's important to have a friend that will have your back, even if they aren't a professional like trainer, like
so
her.
perfect.
And she's great.
You're great.
You're great.
Yay, thank you so much for doing this. And that is it. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Did I shave?
I don't know.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.